Okay, that's just fucking far-fetched. Okay, we'll not go there.
Say human to you. I'm not gonna go with normal.
I'm fucking far from it.
Start shared chat.
Ibo's
Let's
stream
go.
average Ibo stream delay is 37.5 minutes.
Kinda is, I know. Giving
Giving
myself a
yourself
normal label is risky business. That's why I didn't do it.
right.
That's why I
Right.
gave myself the human label.
Yes, human label. Like, I will quickly grab a drink and then we shall get this stuff started. Because I'll
Yes.
need to make sure that I do the proper intro to the podcast. So, Chat GPT, Patreon, and YouTube will all kick my ass at the same time.
All those stuffies. Hi Vixen. Enjoy your stream. Thank you for the lurk. And hi Porter. I know my intro thing is still going, but you might hear
Okay.
me over the music.
Monster for the monster. Perfect. I will allow your intro to pass before I start the actual podcast intro.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Hello? Somebody started a shared hype train. Eben with a fucking tier 2 sub just absolutely kicked off a hype train for you, Ebo.
My intro song is still going.
You're just sitting there twiddling your thumbs going, hurry up, I want to say thank you. Shalom, shalom. I think I've watched your intro video a couple of times. Going through like the memories of your streaming career.
I keep sticking in your head if you listen to it too long.
Aye, I was about to say it can stick in your head a little bit.
Yeah.
Catchy.
Voice of an angel. All right. Hello. Now I can
Yay.
properly say hi. You might have already heard us talk over my intro video, but now I'm like genuinely here. So, King of the Randoms, hi. Thank you so much for that resub. I really appreciate that. Porter, welcome in. Good evening. Hi, Cupcake. How you doing? Happy Saturday. Eben, thank you so much for that tier 2 resub. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And Tim, happy lurking. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hi, Buster. Welcome in. All right, we are gonna be doing something completely different today, which is
Inside the cave, as we call it.
I am part of Mr. Monster Munch podcast Inside the Cave. So we will be talking about several topics. He has some questions for me that I will be answering. I might be a little less active in chat so that we can focus on this. I have my tiny little piece of paper, so I've written down the resub, so I will write all of those things that will happen in my stream happenings book later. I will not be doing those during this right now, so bear with me. please. Thank you.
Well, what I was going to say there, to add to that for you, basically the idea here is we will be focusing on questions quite a lot, but you guys will have your chance to put questions in and stuff like that. If you can just save them until maybe like the halfway mark or maybe like closer to the end, we'll get your questions answered. We'll make sure that you guys get to get them in there and essentially ask Ibo or even myself whatever you guys want. We'll have a little segment for that. So don't worry too much. We don't really have necessarily a time limit, I don't think, on this, so it all depends on how long Ibo's got as well. We usually run this for about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes, but if it runs longer, it really doesn't matter. We're having a good conversation, probably a laugh in the process, so it's completely up to you how long this goes, essentially. And Woucher.
Thank you so much, King of the Randoms. I appreciate you. You didn't have to do that.
24-hour podcast stream incoming.
I mean, if you're gonna go with how much time I have.
Look, I try and go by the guests here, but I mean, I don't think 24 hours will come out of this. I ain't got 24 hours of talking at me. I will fall asleep and knock myself out from the smoke, okay? Like, I will knock myself out, either sugar crashing or something like that.
Podcast is trying to get Munster to fall asleep. Go.
Right, yeah. Does everybody redeem smoke with me 10 times? That's it, I'm done. Finished. So, to touch on what this episode's going to be around, so first of all, welcome into those of you that are unfamiliar with Inside the Cave. So this podcast was structured to be a 4-episode thing, like we discussed on the essentially the kick-off version of the podcast there, when we were discussing like what it's kind of going to be like and what it was meant to be. We did, however, lose the episode 3 questions. Whoops. Sorry, not sorry. It's fine. It's fine. It works. It works. I promise. So on episode 1, we touched on like your starters and the things that we done at the start and what we could have like taught ourselves a bit more. You guys are going fucking insane over there. You guys are going insane. Go on yourself.
I'm so sorry.
That's absolutely fine. I'm actually really happy to see that people are giving you that much support. Like that's fantastic. Like honestly, it's been a long time since I've seen that type of thing come through for a lot of people. So it's good to see that your people give a shit. You know, that's fantastic.
I appreciate my community a lot. They are the absolute best.
But yeah, so episode 1, as I said, was your starters, and then in episode 2 we spoke with Total Homegrown about what was like kind of coming into that mixture of the start of it all, you know, what it was like for everybody to kind of like get your foot in the door, understand what you were doing with your streaming career, kind of building your brand, finding the right place to be, and everything of a sort. So now we've got to a stage here where we're here with Ibo, and we're going to be talking about like the success and responsibility purposes of streaming, as well as what's up next. You know, have we got any plans for the future? Is things going to change? Do we think streaming's going to be there still long term after the long term we have already spent on the platform? As well as stuff like, you know, what have we learned from streaming, what can we take on, what do we feel like the responsibilities are when we're on camera, everything like that will kind of be covered here as we go through the questions. But to start us off, the best way to kind of get there would be talking about how you use streaming. So for you, were you using streaming to escape or even subconsciously escape from certain things in your life? At any stage of your career?
No, because I started streaming as my boyfriend at the time was like, hey, maybe you'll like this, because we were already playing games together and whatnot. So he introduced me to Twitch, and I take a look at it, thought it was fun, built this whole thing, and it was just a nice, fun little hobby, and that's what it's always been. And then, like, at a certain point, you like realize, okay, I really like this. Like, this is fun. I wouldn't mind like doing this forever, make this into my career, and that is kind of what I'm trying to do.
Aye.
But I don't think it was ever like an escape or anything. No.
It was always something like an interest or a hobby.
Games. Yeah, it was like I was already playing games, so this just became like an extra little thing during me playing games.
I feel that's how a lot of people take it though. Like for them, everybody was playing games at the time, and they've
Mm,
decided to just kind of branch out and go, okay, if I'm gaming, I may as well stream it while I'm gaming,
yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
And that's the thing. And but a lot of people got into it for the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? So a lot of people thought they could just go live and go, oh, look at me, I'm gonna make mega money, or I'm gonna
Yeah,
have
I think
everybody
a lot of
watching me, and
people start and they're like, okay, I'm gonna hit that live button, and like next week I'm gonna be partner. But
everybody thinks
that's
it's so easy.
not how it goes.
No,
Like there
definitely
are
not.
people who have a way shorter journey than others, and that's totally okay. But it's not the norm.
No, definitely not. Definitely
Mm,
not. Especially after what we've experienced through all the time. Because as I say, me and you have done this for essentially the same amount of time. We essentially
yeah,
started around the same time as well. Back in the days where streaming clans were a thing, you know, everybody was in their own little clans and their little circles and stuff, and it was always about that. Granted, we still kind of got it with Discord servers and stuff, but I mean, it is completely expanded from that. You
mm,
know, um, like for me, I go into streaming because I was so passionate about gaming, and I mean passionate. Like I
yeah,
took it to the soul. So for me, streaming was a no-brainer. Um,
that makes sense.
but I realised that I did want to do it for a little bit of the money at the time to help me out because I realised I was struggling. Everybody gets to that stage where they're struggling. They want to do something else with themselves when they're stuck. Like me at
Yeah, yeah,
home,
trying
being
to find
disabled
something
and
else
stuff.
that
Like
you're
yeah,
passionate about that you can put your energy in.
yeah. And the thing is, I was on and off with streaming, but I never realised it could get me anywhere. So then you pick up the mantle a bit more and you go, oh, holy shit, this could actually be something. And then your whole demeanor changes, especially when you start meeting communities and stuff. Your whole demeanor changes. Um, but that's something for me that was massive. Like realizing that it wasn't about the revenue, and realizing there was other things to it besides just having revenue. Because I felt like that was all it was going to be for me at first, and then everything just kind of clicked into perspective, I
Mm.
guess. But so another good question would be for you when your stream ends, when your camera turns off, who do you turn into? Who are you
I'm
off that
exactly
screen?
the same person when I'm online and when I'm offline. I
Yeah, but
do
then you
not
turn
have
into
a
Mummy
persona.
Aibo at that point, don't you?
Yeah,
Like,
but I feel like I'm also Mommy Aibo on stream because there are a lot of people calling me Mommy Aibo when I'm just streaming. So I feel like that doesn't really change anything.
you're like, I'm always a mummy anyway to
Sometimes he's
everybody.
Batman.
That's brilliant.
Give my secrets away.
Off stream.
No, yeah, like yeah, you're right. Like off screen, I'm a mom of two boys. Keelan is turning 6 in August, and Aiden is turning 1 this month. I have a dog. I have a partner. And that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Aye, but that for yourself, that's enough though. You feel like you've got what you want there, so to speak, right?
Yeah,
Because you've got your career, you've got your family, you've got your home. You know,
yeah,
you've settled. You've found that place where you can be you.
yeah, yeah.
So
And I have a loving partner supporting me because he's the whole reason why I actually decided or was able to quit my job and try to really make streaming my career. Because if it wasn't for him, I was not doing that, then I would have still just had my day job and just do this as a hobby.
yeah, and you probably wouldn't have grown anywhere near as much either, knowing the fact that
I
you like,
mean, like I've been doing this for like 12 years. I feel like growth has been very slowly, steadily. I not entirely sure how much it's grown since like last November when I actually decided to quit my job.
well, that's around about the same time I caught you as well, wasn't it? That's around about
Yeah,
the
yeah,
same
you
time that you
came
joined the
in
team,
during October when I was literally about to quit my job. Like I had already made the decision, but I still needed to have the conversation with my boss,
right?
which I was terrified about. Cause so I was pregnant and I was home my entire pregnancy because my pregnancy fucking sucked.
Right.
And then during my pregnancy, like after my pregnancy, I still had like 6 months of maternity leave. And then
Mhm.
during those 6 months, I decided to like just not come back to work. So they paid me to be at home for an entire year. And then I'd be like, bye.